I really appreciated the book about the couple. I think you brought a lot of new insight into the whole understanding of what's going on when you have a committed couple, the psychosynthesis of the couple. Could you share a little bit about what are the most essential points that Assagioli brings forward when he speaks about the psychosynthesis of the couple?
Oh my goodness. Ah, I didn't prepare my thoughts on this. There's so much.
No,
It's
yeah.
a small book, but it's packed.
But what I recall from reading it is that, that the idea that the couple becomes a new entity,
Yes.
that one and one become three in some way, that you merge on many levels: physical, emotional, mental, intuitive, and the connection can be stronger on the material one, and looser in the intuitive one. But this whole understanding that each person is a multidimensional being, consisting of many levels that are trying to merge and functioning as a whole. I think that was really a revolutionary understanding for my sake.
Yes, that actually the idea originally came from Hermann Kaiserling, whom Assagioli quoted thousands of times. He was a very important thinker and writer in Assagioli's life. But he came up with the idea of the couple, the energy of the couple being like an ellipsis with two focuses, two foci. And Assagioli said, that's it for sure. You have a single entity. Ideally, now people who just get together, that doesn't happen necessarily. That's only the result of a long process of synthesis.
Yeah.
Truly synthesis. Some people live together their whole lives in parallel. The synthesis never happens. But for those who do make this move, where you have the unity and diversity together, they are two and they are one. And
yes,
being one doesn't take away from their being the two.
No.
And it transcends logic. So yeah, that perhaps is the most amazing idea. I discovered only as I'm working with more work that he said, no, this entity idea, it occurs at every level of being. A human being actually is an entity. It's a collective entity.
Yeah.
I'm a collective entity. There's 5 billion bacteria inside of me that are not human.
Yeah.
And there's other things are here that I'm a collective entity. And then when two people come together, that is a collective entity. And the interesting thing was that he said that a couple is probably the most difficult synthesis there is. It's more difficult than a group or a collective, an organization, a larger group, a nation. It's the hardest to work with because it has the potential for the greatest depth and intimacy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You uncover everything. If you really become a couple, you go into all the areas.
Yeah.
But the thing that also he pointed out is that the couple perhaps provides the greatest opportunity for personal development of any human endeavor, because the opportunities are there. And sometimes we don't feel like there are opportunities. There are challenges. The difficulties we encounter are, in fact, he said, he quoted someone saying that that life progresses and develops as a series of meeting crises. And the couple offers great opportunity for that all the time.
I would say that, it's very rare that if we really love another person, then we are able to transcend or transform parts of us that we were not able to do on our own, because it takes that extra love for the other. Because if we don't transform, we hurt the other, and we don't want to hurt the other. And I could say the same with a child. As a parent, if you really love the child, you do so many things that you actually don't like to do on some level, but you do it out of love and of course also out of duty. So this self-sacrificial element where we have to go beyond our egotistic impulses and what I just like and feel to do right now. We have to relinquish these impulses, or sometimes just let them wait, in order to, build a relationship or build a family. So I really agree that a committed relationship and a family life is the biggest opportunity for personal and spiritual development.
The interesting thing that he showed is that compromise between people is actually, it's good, but if you stop there, you'll end up being dissatisfied. He showed compromise is really the first step toward synthesis.
Yes.
And it's the synthesis that people, a lot of times, a lot of folks don't want to do that level of work.
No.
It's hard. It's hard to getting to the place where, no, this is not giving up what I want. It's not a sacrifice in the long run. It is what I truly want. It is what's good for us, for the whole.
Yeah.
And then for what is good for you and me is what's good for us. So he showed that in a variety of different ways, and discussed, I think, some of the dynamics of how it happens. I thought that perhaps there were things that could be added, so I'm harboring the thought of continuing on with another book, to kind of follow up on what Roberto had said and what we put together in the psychosynthesis of the couple. My tongue still sometimes stumbles over the word psychosynthesis, but there's more to go.
Yeah.